It's too hard to be a woman. It's really too hard. It's still unfair. Can you believe it? More than half of the women in the country have been helped by him without knowing it. He is the modern clinical author of TCM Gynecology. Li Schumann, an expert professor in the field of TCM Gynecology. Professor Li's gynecological skills have been passed down for 4 generations. He has learned from many masters of traditional Chinese medicine. He knows the double pressure that female patients are under both physically and psychologically. Almost everyone has it. Gynecological shame is like an invisible yoke. It makes many women choose to endure silently when facing their own gynecological diseases or health problems. Ashamed of their shame. I think if he finds a gay man for this lesbian's disease. It's not convenient to say. What if I'm a gynecologist? It is easier to communicate. I am already a woman. I can empathize with some diseases. It is this kind of belief that has supported him in dealing with gynecology for more than 40 years. Gynecological diseases are complicated and diverse. Each disease tests the doctor's medical skills and patience. Nowadays, the incidence of gynecology is high. Almost 90% of women will suffer from gynecological diseases of varying degrees, which will cause discord between couples and lead to family breakdown. I am infertile but don't know it is a female problem. But most people think it seems to be a female problem. Men say I am fine. It seems that it is all a female problem. Find out the cause and solve whoever has the problem. Don't feel suspicious. Pregnancy is the woman's problem. During his decades of medical practice, Professor Li has seen too many female patients suffering from gynecological diseases. However, he has helped countless infertile women realize their dream of becoming mothers and brought hope to countless families on the verge of breaking up. A 26-year-old patient in Pingdingshan had polycystic ovary. If it was not cured, she would not be able to have children and would face divorce. However, this patient was very cooperative. After half a year of treatment, the baby was born. The girl is now several years old. In 1997, Professor Li published Modern Chinese Medicine Gynecology Clinical Practice at his own expense of tens of thousands of yuan. He selflessly provided valuable experience for the field of Chinese medicine gynecology. Today, he is still regarded as a textbook in the field of Chinese medicine gynecology. He has trained generations of Chinese medicine gynecologists. Talent. This book is like my life. After reading this book, everyone said that when I encounter problems in clinical practice, I will look for answers from this book. When I hear such words, as long as I can help you, I will be very happy in my heart. Professor Li is like a beacon that illuminates the way forward in the field of TCM gynecology. He has used more than 40 years of perseverance to interpret what is the great righteousness of the capital. He has written the mission and responsibility of TCM practitioners with his own actions. As a TCM practitioner, I do not want to be exiled for 100 years. As long as I can leave a mark in the history of TCM. At least prove that I have been here. I have done some things for my wife's TCM that I think I can do. This is the TCM dream in the hearts of every TCM practitioner. I earn tens of thousands. I get off work after 12 o'clock. If I don't talk to him nicely, he will chase you away and not show you. I earn tens of thousands a day and I won't pay. I only accept cash and have a bad temper and grudges. What is this weird old man like? Please follow us to explore the story of this weird old man. The only tool you have is a wine bottle. Nothing. Grandpa has that wine bottle. How many years have I used it? 30 years. The profoundness of Chinese medicine is really beyond the imagination of an ordinary person like me. This disease has already surprised me. Another beer bottle that I dare not even think about. When I was young, I only remember secretly taking beer bottles to exchange for ice cream. I feel that the beer bottle is taller in my grandfather's hands. 16 years old. 16 years old. Well, you have this here. I have been a soldier since 93. Yes, but when I asked about waist pain and whether surgery is needed, Mr. Yu said 100% disability is useless. He can't even take me to see a doctor for 1 yuan or 5 yuan per dozen. Why doesn't he have surgery? Oh, everyone in the hospital is looking for you. They asked me to see this in the hospital. He didn't give his wife surgery. Well, why doesn't he understand? Grandpa is cautious even though he has thin bones like a catfish. He has a kind of majesty without anger in his white hair. He diagnoses each patient patiently and carefully. Every action reveals his exquisite mastery of suicide notes. There are skilled ones. There are supermarkets. You are very good here. Come to my place and you will see it once. Then why do you come 10 times? Haha, you always have a back injury. The imperial doctor who treats the emperor. The inheritance of the Ming dynasty has been passed down for 19 generations. And his sons and grandsons are all Chinese medicine practitioners. Hearing this, I can't help but think deeply about what kind of belief supports this group of people to persist until now. It is the Chinese medicine culture and the 1,000-year wisdom left by our ancestors. It is misplaced. It is misplaced. It's over. It's good. It's good. It's 10 yuan. 10 yuan. We don't want 10 yuan more. Ha ha ha, I only make 10 yuan per person. In 1946, Grandpa Yu started to practice folk medicine in Harbin. Study Chinese orthopedics in depth. In 2023, he will be the Chinese inheritor of traditional test therapy in Chinese orthopedics. He and Grandpa have devoted their lives to the inheritance and development of Chinese medicine. His stories and medical skills are like a stream, nourishing every life on this land. His existence has given people a deeper understanding and respect for Chinese medicine. Finally, I wish Grandpa you a long and healthy life. If your expectations are too high, I will say that you can ask for help from someone else. I am just a technician. I can't do it. I am a doctor, not a god. He is a specially appointed professor of Chinese medicine at Beijing University of Chinese Medicine. Facing terminal illnesses that most doctors have no idea how to treat, he has his own unique treatment. When dealing with diseases, we should kill the enemy strategically and pay attention to them tactically. Cancer is by no means equal to death. Then what is your reputation if you can solve it, others can solve it? Then where is your life if others can't solve it, we can solve it? Is that what reputation can be called? Today we came to Zhengzhou to visit an old Chinese medicine doctor who has been working in the field of cancer for many years. He should promote and uphold the art of rejuvenation and promote great virtues for the people. This is the Chinese Medical University. The calligraphy that Master Zhang Lei wrote to Professor Shi. Professor Shi was born in a family of traditional Chinese medicine. With his intangible knowledge of traditional Chinese medicine, he has been successful in this field. Whether it is ancient Chinese or modern Chinese, my ability to read word for word will be revealed. I have changed from a rural doctor to a professional physician. I have become a specially appointed doctor of Beijing Central University. There is an internal medicine doctor. He specializes in the quality of difficult diseases. Now I have reached a higher level. He specializes in the quality of tumors. My butt is always sitting on the stool of our traditional Chinese medicine. Most people are terrified of cancer. But the professor said that the real horror of cancer is not the disease itself, but the psychological torture it causes to patients and their families. Many cancer patients have been diagnosed. It can be said that it took less than a year to get treated. According to observations, 80% or 85% of patients died of fright. Cancer does not mean death. Yang Mao was diagnosed with lung cancer with 3 metastases last year. The doctor who came to the oncology department told him that he only had 3 months to live. He asked for chemotherapy or surgery based on his family's situation. Well, he really did not have such conditions. Later, he was treated with pure Chinese medicine. You see, in the blink of an eye, a year and a half has passed. The tumor is gradually shrinking. His father was very excited and took my hand and said, "Dr. Shi, thank you so much." It is the patient who is the family member. When facing patients, Professor Shi always has a unique preference. The 4th patient asked the family member, "Someone said, what have you gained from doing this for so many years? You got the sick leave to gain the trust of our family. Whether we treat well or not. Did we take the medicine we prescribed? The patient took it? Who has the most say? The patient has the most say. When he tells us how he feels after taking the medicine, 1T we improve, so thank you very much. Thank you for my patient's trust in me." A doctor's morality comes first. Shi Defu's medical skills are not only recognized by patients, but pure medical morality is the enduring charm of our traditional Chinese medicine. Blood doctors must first cultivate morality. When you only see money, your art cannot reach such a peak. Human life and wisdom are more valuable than gold. There is a master in treating spleen and stomach diseases in Zhengzhou, Henan. He was able to cure a patient who had been taking Chinese medicine for 3 years and had changed 7 or 8 Chinese medicine doctors and no longer believed that his disease could be cured. He deserved to be praised for the magic of Chinese medicine. He also cured the spleen and stomach diseases of this patient's family of more than a dozen people. When he came for a follow-up visit, his stomach bloating, stomach pain, heartburn, acid reflux, and emotional problems were much better. Later, he asked his brother and his parents to come. Their whole family has this kind of phlegm stagnation constitution. But through the conditioning of Chinese medicine, they have achieved a very good effect. He is Wan Lingxia, a spleen and stomach school inheritor hidden deep in the roots of Chinese medicine in Henan. Visiting good Chinese medicine doctors across the country, and with the recommendation of the above patients, we were able to visit this master who treats spleen and stomach diseases. A good Chinese medicine doctor who has perfected the research on the treatment of diseases. Wan Lingxia, I have such a female patient. The above words are a face full of spots and acne, dry mouth, bitter mouth, bad breath, easy sore throat, foreign body sensation in the throat, and easy to have poor sleep. If it is in the middle chiao, there will be a series of problems such as bloating, stomach pain, heartburn, and acid reflux. If it is in the lower chiao, there will be cold lower limbs, swollen and painful legs, and a problem with the extension of veins in the lower limbs. In Chinese medicine, treatment is afraid of not finding the root cause of the disease. It is also afraid of catching eyebrows and beards at once. Wan Lingxia Defu said that since ancient times, the spleen and stomach school, which has been an independent system, is not only good at spleen and stomach diseases, but also has mature and systematic treatment experience for other diseases such as Nankai, gynecology, cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases. The spleen is nourished in the center. The spleen and stomach are the hub of the rapid rise and fall of the middle chiao. Once the spleen and stomach are out, problems have arisen. Other husbands will have problems as a result. Dr. Wan Lingxia cured the patient's illness by more than half in less than a month. In more than 2 months, the patient's 20-year stubborn headaches, insomnia, stubborn constipation, lower limb edema due to brain and stomach disease, and other problems have been systematically improved. The patient happily said that Dr. Wang solved his decades of physical and mental pain in a few months. After the patient recovered, he brought his younger brothers and sisters, parents, and a large family of 5 or 6 children to see him. Dr. Wang Lingxia used Chinese medicine to regulate their family's spleen and stomach diseases to avoid the occurrence of greater diseases. Stomach qi is the spleen and stomach qi, which is the water and grain qi. Chinese medicine has always used the spleen and stomach as a point to regulate the 5 internal organs and 6 bowels. To make people achieve a healthy state, we were amazed at Dr. Wang Lingxia's depression in spleen and stomach diseases. He said that this was due to the cultivation of teachers during college and the inheritance of the lifelong efforts of 2 national medical masters. When I was in school, my teachers were all famous old Chinese medicine practitioners in China. Later, I was fortunate to become the 2nd-generation disciple of National Medical Master Li Jinhua and the disciple of National Medical Master Li Diangui. The 2 elders had a lot of experience in the field of spleen and stomach and related diseases. It also had a profound impact on my clinical career. Watching the patients who came for medical treatment recover their health, Wang Lingxia was full of satisfaction and sense of accomplishment in serving. He knew that every diagnosis and treatment was not only to cure the disease, but also to save the happiness of a family. This unique expectation always inspired him to bring hope to more patients and their families.